It's first day back, super early AM because I am struggling with the time difference. This is not for the purposes of this video, nor am I trying to act like I'm this early bird that gets the worm. One of my favorite comedians actually said the early bird doesn't get the worm, the early bird just gets tired faster. Because I'm up anyways and I'm trying to maximize my time, I'm gonna go for a quick workout within my building. Once again, I usually don't do this. I'm not a 4:30 AM get up and go on a run type of guy, but nothing better to do. So I will also spare you guys of footage of me working out, not because I'm trying to be snaky and act like I worked out, but I'm not actually working out. I'm gonna work out. It's not gonna be very interesting. I'm probably gonna do stair climbers to cut some weight and then lift my 15-pound dumbbells, try to get my arms back to normal size after 5 months of not going to the gym. Happy to be back. Back. I am, wow, out of shape. Clearly going on walks and a couple swims, and California doesn't do anything besides make you look semi-lean. Something that I've thought about, and by thought about I mean I thought about on my stair climber exercise this morning, is that our desires are endless, and you can only be content when you're able to minimize the desire and fulfill that minimized desire with the input the desire is receiving. I don't think there's anything out there that could fulfill any level of desire, but there are plenty of things that could fill smaller levels of desire. For example, in the past 5 months, I've drastically decreased my appetite, and I love eating food. Food makes me very happy. Sometimes it's a stress reliever. I openly stress eat a lot. Now I kind of don't. But as I've reduced my appetite, I've recognized that in the past I wasn't satisfied by lower servings of food, but now I'm equally, if not more, satisfied by half or even a quarter of the amount of food that I used to eat. And what has changed is not the food quality or my perception of food. I still love food, but the hole that needs to be filled, the desire that needs to be filled by that food has gotten physically smaller, but conceptually also smaller. And I think for the longest time I perceived that as lowering my standards, but a reduction of what I need to be satisfied. Counterintuitively, I don't think it's lowering of my standards, it's just changing my standards so that I can be fulfilled instead of going after this abstract idea of growing my contentment bucket that is ever growing and can never be fulfilled. That's my philosophical thought for the day. I will shut up now, go take a shower, answer a couple banking questions, and get to work. Time for some investment banking questions and answers. Lover Up with the Wall Street Bull profile picture asks, how is it working in a different time zone? JW. Just wondering. I did not have to Google that. I knew that. I think having the 2-hour time difference in California as opposed to Chicago, in a way helped. I actually don't have much of a problem waking up early. I know I talked about the whole early bird gets the worm thing earlier, but I don't mind waking up early. If anything, weirdly, I don't know if this is me being a morning person, but the earlier I wake up, so the 6, 7 a.m.-ish mark, the less tired I am if I sleep in, which I no longer can do. Honestly, I get more tired, so it's a lot better to wake up early and meet that 8:30, 9 a.m. start that I usually do in Chicago for work. I woke up at 6:30, 7 a.m. There were times that our East Coast clients would want a very early meeting and there was a 3-hour difference, but outside of that, it really wasn't that bad. If anything, I kind of enjoyed the fact that my day ended a little bit early. So if it was 9 p.m., 10 p.m. in California time, and there wasn't something that I was purposefully working on, and I knew that there was a deadline the next day, I knew that if there wasn't an email coming in by 10 p.m.-ish, and I wasn't on a fire drill, I felt pretty good about signing off for the day, go to bed, enjoying time with family because it was midnight, 1 a.m. here. John Appleseed asks, please could you do a video explaining the structure and different parts of an investment bank? Thanks. I'm not sure if I understood the question correctly, but as an example, the bigger the bank gets, I assume that they have more parts to the bank. So some banks, similar to mine, have a M&A focus or a restructuring focus, but as the bank grows, they need different streams of income. So the bank might have both the M&A practice, the restructuring practice, a valuation practice, a debt practice, asset management practice, so on and so forth. I think that's what you're probably asking about, the different parts of an investment bank. Structure-wise, perhaps you're asking about the different ranks. So there's analysts through managing director, and the managing director brings in the clients, brings in the business, whereas the junior bankers push the process forward once that business has been brought in, and each role functions a little differently. Let me know if you meant structure a little differently and you're asking about S Corps and C Corps, LLCs. I'm not an expert in that, but I could also try my best to explain that if that was your question, Mr. Appleseed. Remember all that talk about fulfillment and lowering my appetite and me being more satisfied with smaller meals? Well, let me show you the saddest meal I've ever seen in my life. I don't feel very content. This is what happens when you go from eating your mom's food for 5 months and then now you try to cook and also try to be healthy. Gotta get that thumbnail shot going.